This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
There it is. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Check it out. Just move. If you got the nerve, lash out for your just desserts. It's not just a word. Some of y'all heads up in the cloud. I'ma bring y'all back earth. It's black back to burn. Y'all talking about out your mouth. I'm not concerned, cause y'all got to learn. It's y'all turn like Detroit Red when his head had an ultra perm. The long walk to burn your bare heels, so throw on your boots. The game camouflage like army suits, but I can see it more clear cause I came with the coupe in here. Ring the alarm and form the troops. Send them out into the world, go to war on the flu. Eye to eye with the enemy you sworn to shoot. Now I'm coming at your neck, sick of hearing something wrong with me, wrong with you. When the cheap just way too smart to question. The enemy, the brothers of a dark complexion. The governments of the world is shark infested. They heavy on weaponry like Charlton Heston, man. Look, it gets low, man. Low, now I'm talking about. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Ain't rockin' with you, so what you gon' do?
It's my favorite music. Yeah, it's a mic on.
With you, your logic does not compute.
Come on.
Talking Heads with Naughty is sponsored by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fidelity Bank Bahamas, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, J.S. Johnson, Joker's Wild, KFC, La Fest, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
The Thursday edition of Talking Heads is on and pumping right here, right now. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your boy Naughty, in your company right up until 6 p.m. on this Thursday. And can you smell it? It's the weekend right around the corner. So you know, if you know how to do it, you should have started your weekend today after lunch. If you know how to do it properly. If not, then do your due diligence. Get done what you need to get done. Because you know what I always say, all work and no play makes you a dull person. All play and no work makes you broke. Find a happy medium. Well, the weekend is the happy medium, but you got to get there in good standard. I'm going to try to get you there, at least on the ride home, okay? Lots to talk about today. But as you know, I got to make sure your head's on right. You're thinking right. We could, all the talking heads could chime in together. We could have a good dialogue. So here we go. Okay, Okay, we'll get to that text. I mean, I just got in. So why don't you elaborate one more? Get a little deeper from you on that text so I know exactly what you're dealing with so we can talk about it because it looks interesting. But you know how to chime in? Because obviously we got your brain teaser lined up. Yesterday you didn't get it. So today I got not one but two entries into that big platinum drawing next week. And see, the good thing about it is if you win today, you have one extra entry of everybody else. You see how that goes? All right. And you know what it is. Laugh Fest 2022, the 15th annual, going down next weekend. Friday, one show, 9 p.m. Saturday, two shows, 7:30, 9:30 at Fusion Superplex. Both nights. Going to be off the chain. Headliner, Bodacious, fresh off tour with D.L. Hewley. We got Cisco Duran as your feature comedian. Very funny individual. And 242's funniest going to be there. Dasquay, BJ, Shadfer. All hosted by yours truly. Two big nights of comedy. And it's going to be all good. And we might have a couple of little surprise guests pop in there too. You never know. You know how Laugh Fest is, 15th annual. So, if you want to get that hookup for not one, but two entries into the big drawing next Thursday for the big platinum experience at Laugh Fest. Because the winner and 5 of their friends going to go in and get their laugh on. It's going to be all good. Going to get you hooked up. It's going to be quite the experience. So, here's the deal. You got to answer my brain teaser today. This is how you chime in. 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's how you can stream us and take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. You can text on in on the text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96, 422-4796. And don't forget, cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's us too. All right? So that's how you get it in. That's how you get it on. Here's your brain teaser for today. And then we'll get up into the headliners. Who are what's making headlines in the 242? All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. That's coming up. But here's your brain teaser. Recent survey of 100 Bahamian teens. 50 boys, 50 girls between 13 and 19. Survey revealed, Mr. Producer, shake your head on this one. Survey revealed that 64% of the teens surveyed said they have no idea how to do this at all when it comes to the car. What is it? That's your mind-bending brain teaser. You got between now and the news and the top of the 5 o'clock hour to get your answers in. You know how to get it on. Let's go. No, not check the Earl. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, how are you?
I'm good. Good afternoon. Who's this?
This is Nikia. Is it Parallel Park?
Pardon?
Parallel Park?
Parallel Park. No, that's a good answer, but that's not it, you know. But that's a really good answer. They can't Parallel Park. I agree.
All right.
All right. Don't let them practice in your car. Have a good afternoon. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads. Okay.
If you
I guess your phone ran out. So with that being said, we're going to get into the headliners. Who are what's making headlines in the 242? Brought to you, of course, like I said, by Fine Threads. And don't forget, Fine Threads has new arrivals right now in stock in suits. You be sure to check them out with the suits, all right? And all selections, all right? And jackets as well. Don't forget the blazers. They got a wide selection of blazers, lots of colors, lots of styles, and great deals on the suits as well. If you get a men's suit or a men's suit package, you're going to get a boy suit package, 50% off. Both Fine Thread locations. You cannot beat that with a stick. That's some good stuff right there. Check them out online, finethreads.com. You can do your shopping online as well, and then arrange for pickup at any one of those convenient Fine Thread locations, Top of the Hill, Mackey Street, the flagship store, or the Southwest Shopping Plaza. And both locations open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So be sure to check them out. All right, let's check out the headlines. Parking lot attendant enters plea deal in the water and sewage corruption case. Dun, 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 dun. The plot thickens. Now, it's sub judice. I'm just going to keep my eye on it. But, boy, here we go. Lots of extenuating circumstances here. Got to keep an eye on this and see how this plays out. I also look at the Exuma oil disaster. Story by Travis Cartwright Carroll. This out of Georgetown, Exuma. 35,000 gallons of diesel leaked into waters in Exuma between Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. This according to Acting Prime Minister Chester Cooper. Cooper is also the Member of Parliament for Exuma, Ragged Island. Exuma's in Ragged Island said the supply ship MT Arabian was offloading fuel to BPL when the spill occurred. It was supposed to offload 115,000 gallons of diesel, but was short by 35,000 gallons. Officials believe that there was a breach in the hose that ran from the supply ship. The fuel ended up in a small cove near the old naval base in Georgetown. It was intended to go to BPL, but ended up here in the cove. Well, you know, I'm looking at it now, and I'm saying, okay. Let me pull a page out of Prime Minister Christie's book. Let this be a teachable moment. Wouldn't this scream for us to go to renewable energy, Mr. Cooper? Especially seeing what it's done to your constituency, and especially how I believe you are very cutting edge and you are very good for the PLP. And a lot of the next generation would like to see you in a leadership role. Come on. It can't be no clearer than that. Renewable, that's the way we need to go. And thank God, I mean, again, find a silver lining. It was diesel. Allegedly, it's been cleaned up 55 to 60%. Thank God it wasn't petroleum. But there again, why are we still getting diesel? To run generators when we could be on renewable energy and be solar. Or wind. Or hydroponic. LNG. Come on. Anyway, that's one big headline. So I want to see where it goes. Now, I will tip my hat to Mr. Kuby. He's been on top of it. Mr. Sayers has been on top of it from Works. Still like to know what the deal is behind the ship that actually took that down there, the tanker, the MT Arabian. Was it a single tanker? Was it a double tanker? All right. I mean, he said that about 140,000 was leaked into the ocean. This according to Sun Oil General Manager Clinton Rowe. But they need to get this cleaned. They need to get this done and stay on top of it. I appreciate the rapid response and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we most definitely need to get that taken care of. I mean, if you're not mistaken, one of the most historic, monumental shots from space, NASA astronaut Scott Kelly, not to be confused with my late schoolmate from St. Andrews, Scott Kelly, Lord bless the dead. He said that, what he perceived and what he saw from space was the most beautiful, pristine waters on Earth, the Exumas. So at the end of the day, please, let's get it right. Let's get it clean. Let's let the people who know what they're dealing with when it comes to the environment here assist. Joe Dalvo, Katarina McKinney, Chris Wilkie, and Waterkeepers. Come on. Hint, hint, hint. They can help. And there are others. Let's get this done right. And let's use this to get to renewable energy in some way, shape, or form. Another big set of headlines coming out of PMH. Story by Jasper Ward. Darville hopes PMH crisis issues can be remedied this budget cycle. Minister of Health, Dr. Michael Darville, said yesterday that he hopes to reopen the remaining 4 out of 7 operating theaters at the PMH Princess Margaret Hospital by the end of the year. We're doing our assessment, Darville said. We're hoping to have the majority of them up and going, if not the full 7, then close to, and get it functional. We'll be dealing with the structural parts of it. Some of the other parts have to do with manpower, but we will have them functional before the end of the year. It's always a lot of rambling with the Minister of Health. A lot of pontification, like lot. He puts a lot out there. Lots on the plate for you to consume. And wade through. Taxpayers' money goes to that. Okay? Let's get it operational. Again, there should be no excuse. We don't want beds or this theater. No. Get it right. My God, we're dealing with a thing called COVID, okay? On top of everything else. And you ever think that a lot of people have been suffering in silence because they couldn't get to the hospital over the last 2 years because of COVID and restrictions and so on and so forth? But they've been lingering at home, being sick all the while. You don't think it's time that they at least have opportunity to have a bed and get some treatment? However late in the game it is now, because of the delay previously. Anyway, let me check some of y'all answers. Not check the oil, not parallel park, not change the tire, not reverse, not change the tire, spare the tire, overtake, put in gas, not put windshield wiper, no. No. I could use that diesel. After all, I have to pay for commercial driver's license, training, shy of $500. I'm guessing the driver's license would be around $500 too. So diesel, that diesel I could use. I take it you would wanted to collect the spilled diesel. That's what you're trying to say? But according to the Minister of of Housing and Transport, MP for Elizabeth, Ms. Colby Davis, she says that whatever was cleaned up has been transported to the mainland, and that the tanker, the MT Arabian, needs to remain, in the Bahamas, further in pending investigation. So let's keep an eye on that and see where that goes. Because at the end of the day, if there's somebody to be held accountable, well, they need to be held accountable. All right. Let's slide out of the headliners. Let's make it headlines. That's the three that really jump out today. And there's a lot still, spinning in the court of public opinion. We'll slide out of the headliners. Brought to you by Fine Threads, Into the Buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And, John Shoes, another big sponsor of Laugh Fest 2015. John's been on every one. Hats off to John Shoes, man. Big up to them each and every time. Be sure to check them out, both locations. In addition to all the goodness that they're known for, they now have your small home appliances and cookware as well. Yes, you got to check them out, both locations. John's Shoes, John's Plaza Carmichael, and the flagship store over there on Rosetta today. Every time you shop at John's, fill out the receipt, put your name on the back, drop it in the box, and you have a big drawing. Somebody is going to win. And somebody, lucky winner, and three of their friends are going to go get that laugh on at Laugh Fest 2022. All right? So be sure to get into John's. Now, let's check out the buzz. What's buzzing throughout the 242? Boy, I tell you. Lots buzzing off that oil spill, okay? But at the end of the day, you can't lose focus on that. You have to look at other things that are buzzing throughout the length and the breadth. And I'll tell you another situation that is like everywhere I go, I'm getting the same thing. And I mentioned him on the show yesterday. And I said he's a stand-up guy, and I stand by that, no pun intended. But the Minister of Works, the member for Port Charlotte, Mr. Alfred Sears, please, you need to do something about the potholes. Everywhere I go, I am inundated by people saying, Naughty, the potholes, man, the holes. Now, I understand work needs to be done on certain roads, like Village Road. I won't lie to you. I tip my hat to Dorset, the pothole whisperer, the pothole finder, the pothole measurer who's go down in there and measure them. And this show indirectly for raising awareness about Village Road. Now, Village Road look like Fallujah right now, but at the end of the day, it's going to be beautiful. They're getting it done. So instead of having multiple potholes, they have like one big pothole right now on Village Road. But when it's done, it's going to be the business. So just patience in that regard. But I get the complaints and I get the concerns. We talked about one in the Chippenham area the other day. Lady lost the whole front end of her car. Lots of cavernous potholes in that Chippenham area, 3-4 corners over. I get the drilling that's going on, trying to alleviate the water that settles in those areas. But at the end of the day, in the long term, we need to rectify the pothole situation because they're cavernous. Still getting a lot of complaints from the Seabreeze area. Imperial Park, pothole situations. Again, some out east now, too. In some of those more swanky areas, you know what I mean, Mr. Producer? I'm kind of shocked that they have potholes, but apparently they do. So where are we going to go? So, Mr. Sayers, you need to get like a pothole posse together. Hire Dorset. Get Dorset in there. I got to find out what's going on with Dorset, because, last I heard, Dorset fell in one of them potholes. Have we ever really heard from Dorset since he fell in the pothole, Mr. Producer? No. Dorset, if you out there, just chime in, man, so we know you good. You know what I mean? All right, let me check the text lines. Naughty, you think these jokey leaders we have could hold that boat? After all the drugs... Listen, where do y'all come up with these theories, man? What boat are you talking about? Are you talking about the boat, the tanker that was carrying the diesel that leaked? Okay, so they carried the diesel leaked. But the boat was like, what do you mean they can't? They could hold a boat? You don't think our defense force could hold a boat? See, listen, I get it. Okay? And I get you, listen, I get you little shots of humor there. Some of them was kind of funny, you know what I mean? Some of them was like, okay, try the next level of funny. That was the obvious one, but a couple of them was all right. But listen, you definitely should be funny in the office by the water cooler, whoever you are, text them. But you can't sit there and say, we can't hold the boat. Now, hold on. I may slap up this administration from time to time. I may slap up the past administration. But one thing I ain't going to let nobody do is slap them up and make fun of us and generally through them. We can't hold no boat. We got enough boats down there at the Defense Force that's still working. Okay? And I'll be honest with you. There was more boats working when they replaced former Commodore Bethel. Okay? Even though one or two went awry on his watch. Much more had been laid up since then. And nary a word. We know who made that switch, right? Who made that competent switch. Anyway, he lived that. Nonetheless, we still have enough boats left, one or two or three possibly, that we can hold that tanker, okay? And if worse come to worse, we could get international assistance. Coast Guard, U.S. Navy, or the British Royal Navy, Her Majesty's Navy. Jolly good. Hey, but that kind of ties into a question I heard in a barbershop the other day. What if crime gets out of control, Naughty, and the police can't control it, and the Defense Force can't control it? Who comes in to help us? It's a good question. You know? Now, we have, protective status with the U.S. If we need help, they're supposed to help us. So it might be them. But we remain a member of the Commonwealth as well. So who do you think the Queen may send? MI5? MI5. Going to rein in all the Bahamian criminals. Jolly good. The tea and crumpets. I don't know. That's a good question. What do you think? God forbid it gets out of hand. Who intervenes and helps us? You know? Anyway. That's a wrap right there on the buzz. Please, Mr. Sears, you need help with the potholes, man. Getting complaints from the White Grove, too. The White Grove. That's potholes. They told me to whisper it, too, because they fear. But they got potholes. Yeah. And there's plenty in the hood, too. So please, can we address the potholes? Because look, if you take an aerial shot with drones, it looks like aliens been landing here for the last, 3-4 years in heavy rotation overnight. It looks like the moon. Full of craters. Let's get it together, all right? Now, let me look at some of your answers. But while I look at some of your answers, let's go to the first break. I'm going to look at your answers on the first break, and on the flip side of the break, we'll hook you up with your Global Woman, all brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. We'll get into my Dunkin' Donuts coffee break, and at the very bottom of the hour, don't forget, Cuban Willie's numerology report, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game and Percy's Pension Plan. Coming up, all in this hour right here on Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We're off to the first break. Boy, I tell you, some of these answers are really good. It's a shame they're wrong. Talking Heads continues right after this.
Get ready for more iced coffee temptations at Dunkin'. More delectable aromas and more exciting flavors, so you can get more refreshment from every cup. Enjoy the flavors of butter roasted pecans and sweet cream combined with Dunkin' Original Blend Iced Coffee. Or try our Cake Batter Signature Latte, combining smooth, rich espresso with a spoon-licking good cake batter flavor, topped with whipped cream, mocha drizzle, and rainbow sprinkles for a party in every cup. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet. Here we go.
J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents are the best. Reliable service, we've been on the scene, protecting since 1919. J.S. Johnson Insurance has the test. You'll always cover me. J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
When I got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Whether you like it hot or you enjoy being original, KFC has the only chicken sandwiches with attitude, featuring 100% extra large white meat chicken fillets for 100% flavor. Enjoy the famous flavor of KFC 11 herbs and spices in the KFC Original Recipe Burger, or take the heat up a notch with a spicy filet with our KFC Kentucky Deluxe Sandwich. And for a limited time, enjoy your favorite sandwich with fries for only $7. That's how it's done. KFC Nassau, it's finger-licking good.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Talking Heads continues right here, right now, the Thursday edition. 4:42 p.m. is the time. Let me check out the text lines. Naughty, good day. I hear your cry for renewable energy. Too many highly connected politicians are involved. My question is, why didn't the ship and BPL have the necessary pollution equipment in place before operations started, or at a minimum on standby just in case? And exactly where did they get the figures of quantity spilled, and can we trust these numbers? All valid questions. All good points, all reasons that scream for a proper Freedom of Information Act with teeth. I'm trying to do my due diligence, too, to confirm. I mean, if you look at the numbers yesterday, they estimated 30,000 gallons. It ended up being 35,000. So we'll see, you know, how it goes from there. There is some science to being able to determine, you know, what the quantities were. Now, can't figure out the effect and so on and so forth. And we got to look at what went into it and for the reason why it happened. And also, again, it screams that, you know, to avoid this, we could be on renewable a long time. Anyway, Naughty. Jesus God. Naughty, you concerned about the wrong hole. That hole in that boat or in that hose, we can figure that out. We need to know about the hole in NIB. Well, see, that hole in NIB look like one of them black holes like in space, you know, so you go in, but it don't never come out. Got a couple of callers on the phone lines. Let's get to them before we get to the Global Woman, brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yeah, what's going on, Naughty?
What's going on, Papa? What's going on, 52?
Yeah, I got a joke for you, man. You know, like when you call me a scientist, right? Some people just get mad. Just that I'd be that a college dropout and a science enthusiast.
No. Wait a minute, right? but I have deemed you the official scientific consultant to this show.
Right before you call me the truth teller.
All right, the truth teller, man. Use my MacGyver, man. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but listen to me now. I work in a power plant for about 12 years, right? Landis, Crystal Palace, Rolleston. I work around boilers. So here's what's going on now. Gasoline and light diesel and some other distillates are non-persistent. So we know that BC uses the thick bunker C, right?
Right.
So if an oil spill is on the coastal area, it obviously has more damage. You know, it can affect animals in different ways, even as far as buoyancy and etc. But well, it's easy to determine. There's a couple of ways I could catch them lying about the amount of oil that is spilled. You know, you have the fuel pumps. They are rated and calibrated to pump a certain amount of gallons per minute, and so then there should be a logbook on how much fuel was in the tank before they left the port, and then you just go by the logbook, or you could just calculate the gallons per minute and convert it to per hours or whatever, and then you could find out what was actually spilled. But what hurts me is people who know nothing about chemistry commenting. Don't forget, Naughty, they found drugs in fish.
Right.
Remember the other day? You saw that, right?
Correct.
All right, so they've also found penicillin and other forms of antibiotics and other forms of heavy metal like dioxin and PCBs and all these things. So what that simply means is, let me orientate people that are not mindful. The whole world is like Haiti. We all eat out the sea that we dump in. All rivers lead to the sea. So all the people in India and all throughout the world, all the runoffs, all the bathing, all whatever they do, all that ends up in the sea. Now, there's something they call, a lot of people believe the sea cleans itself. But that's a bunch of foolishness. They also have E. coli bacteria in the sea also in coastal regions, and that, you know what that is. That's in fecal matter.
Correct.
You know, the Bible, let me get biblical. The Bible says, woe, 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 unto the great whore, who was the father of the whole earth. And so we know just what that means. So I'm not buying these people who come on and mitigate. The thing is, we should be beyond oil. And so the fact that the hose is breached, in engineering, something was visible before it happened. It isn't like just you're going to have a breach or something happened. Something was faulty and no one paid attention to it. And I'm telling you, I'm not guessing this, man, all right? I work around power plants for years. Anytime something happens, something was neglected. Give thanks.
Yeah, man, 52. I always appreciate your contributions and you bringing it in. Yeah, man. Just keep it real. Let's go to the other caller. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Naughty, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Long time no hear from you. Good?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I call. Now, I heard you commenting about BEC. That's why I pumped the call.
Uh-huh.
BEC got us in a loop, and they had us in this loop long time. And we ain't getting out of it anytime soon. And what I mean in a loop, there are certain interest people who are profiting off this oil thing. And that's why we ain't get out of that. The brothers are making about $30 million a month.
Listen, but what I said yesterday, right? I said follow the dots, follow the money, right?
Yeah, long time.
It is long. I mean, you got to just look at it. It's obvious. Ray Charles could see it. Lord bless the dead. Blind Blake could see it. Lord bless the dead. I mean, Stevie Wonder could see it.
It ain't going nowhere because when they have
it's bad for business. Renewable energy is horrible for business. If you're making all this money, like you say, off of oil.
$30 million a month.
And off of fuel.
$30 million a month, and the special interest ain't going nowhere. I listened to Minister talking the other day, but, in the year 2030, we'll be about 30% off with that. Now, hey, they could do that way before the year 2030 if they serious. They could build an LNG plant long time. When they had a chance, my brothers then put the money and go and buy the oil generator again. So what that telling you?
Boy, I tell you.
We ain't getting rid of this. So don't mind them talking.
I would like to sit in studio with two hands up like, here we go again.
Yeah. Now let me comment on
and
one
and one more thing to just put a little topping on your point. It screams again, we need a Freedom of Information Act with teeth that allows us to know exactly what's going on and we can access the information. Because it's obvious now from time immemorial we don't get a straight answer from the government. Whoever's on the clock, past, present, future, we didn't get a straight answer, never.
They could be in this oil loop for a long time. I may be going to my grave, they could still be using this oil loop. That ain't going nowhere. Like I say,
we could use it even when the rest of the world in 30 to 40 years say, okay, we done with oil. No more fossil fuel, LNG or solar.
LNG was the way to go, but they refused it because, hey, bring LNG here.
They made it political. They tried to attack Leslie Miller with it, but guess what? The Podcast had a good idea with that, man.
No. Let me get you straight with that. Now, let me start that one out. Leslie Miller was not advocating for us to use no LNG, Leslie Miller was advocating for us to export the LNG from Ocean Key to Florida. And that's why the Bahamian people say, no, they ain't trusting that. But
hold on, wasn't it in that deal, though, we were not going to get LNG at a great rate and we could use LNG as an option?
No, there's nothing. It was nothing to do with, I follow the news and read carefully. It was nothing to do with us getting no electricity off no LNG. It was an oil company that wanted to export it. see, Florida the one the LNG, and they could use the Bahamas to export it from Ocean Key to Florida.
Correct.
That was all. Yeah, that was the deal.
But in part of that deal, though, we were supposed to get a great deal with LNG.
Yeah, we would get it if we decided that we wanted the plant to run off LNG.
That was my point that I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that was the nugget that they dangled. That was the cookie, you know.
No, I don't think so. I think the cookie was to get the export business from here to Florida. That was a big cookie.
Well, you mean the big cookie for the homies, cronies, and lovers in France, eh?
You got it. That was for you could research that. That's for the baby people panic. They say no, we scared because the pipe might have burst in the sea and all of that. I don't remember that. That's how that was.
Yeah, man. They had a lot of naysayers at the time.
Yeah, that was it. That was there was an oil company, I think, from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And they was trying to use Ocean Key.
Right.
Get Ocean Key to export it from Ocean Key to Florida. We used to be the export point. Nothing to do with say, oh, well, the Bahamas coming off oil and gas and LNG. That was no part of that deal. That was the deal what was supposed to go down. An oil company from Texas, I think.
Go ahead.
My next point, we need to build a new hospital. Let's bite the bullet. We playing around, throw away millions and millions, talking about we renovate, we this, we that.
But we have a state-of-the-art facility right now, man. We just don't have no beds. We just don't have no electricity. We just don't have no air conditioning. But once we get that together, like all the way around, she could be solid, man.
Man, family, we need a brand new hospital. I think we done outgrown that hospital a long time.
Well, where would you propose to put a hospital in New Providence right now?
Well, we got a lot of, look here, we got a lot of problems. Even if you just put it to admit the patients them in. We got them immigrants squatting on that land down Carmichael Road. They could use that and build a nice one. You say, well, put certain ward down there. They could do something, build a nice place. They could do. We have the land to do it, But this thing with renovating and doing this and so that done have the time, man. That done have the time, man. But anyhow,
I appreciate you, man. We got some good sports to talk coming up in a little bit, so chime back in. All right. Good to always hear from you, man. Be safe.
Yeah, buddy.
Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Boy, naughty.
What's going on? Hey, boy, thank God. Hey, it's Dorset. Mr. Producer, it's Dorset. He did. The pothole didn't need him. Thank Jesus. Boy, but look here. You see, we changed the face of Village Road, man. I want to congratulate you, man. That's our handiwork, We claiming it in the name of Jesus.
But in the name of baby Jesus. Why? They ain't finished yet. I see they got a new... they got a new razor blade that they use in the trench the road now, but that thing's a nice piece of kit, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Nice piece of equipment, eh?
Yes, but
so
got to shave up the road top and all, but that's nice.
What you think we looking like for Village Road when it could be completely copacetic?
All right. So let's see here. The commercial that they did play a month ago said September 10th. Then I heard somewhere else they was talking about November. Now, since then, we had about 3 weeks of solid rain, so I could push it back the next month or so because you have to add in drying time and everything because you can't send a mine down into a fully wet hole. You got to pump the water out and everything, which is fair. They got to do their work in a safe environment. Honestly, I'm hoping that it's going to be a Christmas present.
You think so?
Yeah, but if they could finish Village Road by the Christmas, St. Anne's might actually vote yellow.
That's what you hearing?
But it's a possibility. Because don't forget now, Village Road is being left alone since it was paved back in the day with Ingram, and now it's in, 93, 94?
Yeah.
It didn't get touched since then until they went and did the roundabout.
And if they would have voted Graham Weatherford in as independent, he would have had that paved a long time. And I just feel that they didn't give Graham a chance when he ran as independent in Montague.
Yeah, independent third party. The Bahamas is too big of a swing vote, but we ain't going to talk about that today. But, naughty. Let's hit the root of the problem with the potholes in the Bahamas.
Which is?
Drainage.
Yeah.
110%. It is a drainage problem. Right now, if the Minister of Works, the Honorable Member Alfred Sayers, were to drive from Gambia Road, from the road to come out by Gambia in the back by the airport, and drive towards Charlottesville and Old Fort Bay, where they went and pushed down all the bush on the side of the road to try and get the water away from the road, it gets the water away from the road, but everything around it is still saturated.
So now
because the water can't get nowhere, it's crumbling.
It's FUBAR.
Yeah, man. The road, literally, if you driving eastbound, coming around the curve after you pass by AIT and you look on the outside of the road edge, the road is crumbling away because the road is wet.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to go down, in the west. I got to go a little further west and have a gander at that, man.
Are you serious, boy? And like if you was driving down Charlottesville, they just patched it yesterday. If you was driving down there trying to head towards around about Old Fort Bay, Charlottesville area and whatnot, but one hole keeps on opening up there where there's a dip in the road right by that new restaurant, coffee house thing that they have there, right? And that has opened up every single time it has rained. Why? Because the water sits right at that low spot and it has nowhere to go.
Gotcha. All right, man. I got to get to the break, but I appreciate you. And chime in again next week and bring me up to snuff, man. I'll try to coordinate you over the weekend and see if we could get something going to keep a regular eye on these potholes and, mark them off as they get filled. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I feel you.
Because, boy, there's a lot of holes around there. Only places that we welcome holes is a golf course. You know what I mean?
Boy, that's about it.
Anyhow.
And a billiard table.
There you go. Be safe, man. We talk soon. Mr. Producer, let's get to the break. And as we go to the break, don't forget, man, all KFC drive-thrus are open until midnight, opening and frying until midnight, all right? So get your KFC finger licking on up until midnight at your favorite KFC drive-thru, all right? Drive-thrus open until midnight at your favorite KFC location, all right? Open and frying. So finger licking is a must, all right? And don't forget, at Dunkin' got some big things popping as well, too. I told you about the iced coffees returning, all right? The butter pecan is to die for. I love it. That's my favorite. But they got the new lemonade refreshers going on. That's right. Be sure to check them out. All right? Great flavors. All right? The Dunkin' refreshers, strawberry dragon fruit, peach passion fruit, and the new mango pineapple. All are available, and they're mixed in with refreshing lemonade. All right? The Dunkin' lemonade refreshers going on for you at your favorite Dunkin' location. Downtown Bay Street, Paradise Island, Palmdale, Burnett Road with the drive-thru, East Street South with the drive-thru, Carmichael, the newest location, and, of course, out at the airport, pre-clearance and post-clearance. No reason for it not to be running on Dunkin'. Quick break on the flip side of the break right before the news. We got Cuban Willie's numerology report coming up, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game and Percy's Pension Plan. Right after the break. Don't touch it.
Craving tasty KFC chicken and need an affordable fix? The KFC Quick Fix menu has 3 tasty options that are both big on taste and value, with plenty of mouth-watering goodness. Try the KFC Flavor Full Box, packed with 3 pieces of crispy fried chicken legs and whole wings, fluffy mashed potato with gravy, corn, a buttery biscuit, and an ice-cold Pepsi for only $9.95. Get your favorite chicken fix today, only at KFC Nassau. It's finger-licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
Fidelity, we're good for you. We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan. Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan. Dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan. Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan. From the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Get ready for more with the new Dunkin' Lemonade Refreshers. More tropical flavors, more refreshing, and more ways to get glowing this summer. Dunkin' Lemonade Refreshers are made with lemonade-flavored tropical fruit concentrates and are available in 3 vibrant varieties. Strawberry dragon fruit, peach passion fruit, and the new mango pineapple. Sip an ice cold Dunkin' Lemonade Refresher and feel energized and refreshed. Ready to mango? The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Real quick, before we get to the news, got to get up into Cuban Willie's numerology report, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game and Percy's Pension Plan. Don't forget, you can win $1,000 for a week for a whole entire year. 13 pensions worth over $244,000 up for grabs. Find out more. Simply log on to theislandgame.com. Let's find out where Cuban's at. Hey, Cuban, ¿dónde estás? My buddy, my friend, where you at, Cuban? Tell me. Come out, wherever you are. Buenos dias, good afternoon to everybody. It's your good friend, Cuban Willie. Staying running and playing the numbers. That's right. And today I have your numerology report brought to you, of course, by Percy's Pension Plan and the Island Game. And remember, when you make the deposit of the $20 on your Island Game account, you're going to get one entry into the drawing for Percy's Pension Plan. And there's going to be 13 winners that get the pension for the week, for the whole year. $244,000 worth of that goodness, all right, in Percy's Pension Plan. Well, today, I hear you talking about the pothole, Snotty. Well, let me tell you, man, I was driving my coche, and I hit the one pothole, but it put 3 punctures in my one tire. So today's number is 131. 131. 1 for the pothole, 3 for the patches, and 1 for the tire that took the 3 patches. 131. And you could box that if you're feeling lucky. Play in the Island Game today. Suerte. I see you tomorrow. Stay running and stay playing with the Island Game, my friends.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is sponsored by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fidelity Bank Bahamas, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, J.S. Johnson, Joker's Wild, KFC, La Fest, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
Talking Heads continues right now, the Thursday edition. We're into the 5 o'clock hour. And, you know, big up everybody who chimed in the first hour, man. All the callers, all the texts. Good first hour. I like when you get off and running like that. You know what I mean? And we did have a winner on the text lines. All of you guys texted in with your answers about the car. All right? And I won't tell you where to lie. There were some really good answers. Okay? But none of you came through in the clutch, except for this texter. Jumpstart the car. What changed the battery? 64% of teenagers today, between 13 and 19, do not know how to jumpstart the car. We're in trouble. The planet is doomed. At least they know where the battery is, though. They just don't know how to jumpstart it. But we're in trouble. We got problems. All right, so we're into the 5 o'clock hour. And, of course, you know how we do it in the 5 o'clock hour. We kick it off with Today in Sports History. All brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Well-weathered trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza Monday through Friday. Great for lunch and dinner. Then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, then great for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right? And like I said, well-weathered trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza Monday through Friday, like I said, lunch and dinner. On the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast starting at 9 a.m. All right? Boiled fish, stewed fish, you got it. And they got the full, you know, omelets, grits, bacon, toast, eggs, all that stuff. So however you want it, they got it for you at Naughty Johnny's, especially on the weekend. Don't forget happy hour every Wednesday, every Friday, 5 to 7 at Naughty Johnny's. So give them a call, see what they got going on, 377-7776. Well-weathered trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza. All right, like I said. All right, so go check them out. Now, Today in Sports History. All brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Today is July 21st, 2022. And on this day in 1931, the Reno racetrack inaugurated the Daily Double in the U.S. 1957, Althea Gibson became the first black woman to win a major U.S. tennis title when she won the women's national clay court singles competition. 1968, Arnold Palmer became the first golfer to make $1 million in career earnings after he tied for second place at the PGA Championship. 1998, Chinese gymnast Sang Lan, 17, was paralyzed after a fall while practicing for the women's vault competition at the Goodwill Games in New York. Spinal surgery 4 days later failed to restore sensation below her upper chest. 2006, Alex Rodriguez of the New York Yankees collected his 2000s career hit and became the youngest player to reach the 450 home run mark. And today's famous sports quote, "It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up again." Vince Lombardi. All right, I think Pearlie's supposed to be trying to chime in. At some point, keep an eye out. He may be chiming in. But we slide out of Today in Sports History, all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's, into the home court, all brought to you, of course, by Burger King Nassau. And it's all about that zesty Whopper. Okay? And you got to check it out today. All right? Saucy, crunchy, and full of flavor. It's the zesty Whopper, flame grilled beef, crispy chicken, or plant-based. It's waiting on you at your favorite Burger King location. Get it by itself. Get it as a combo for takeout, drive-thru, or delivery with the Craven app. In the home court today, we got to talk about one thing. I got a very special guest in studio with me. And like I said, I always will definitely make time for this event because I think it's a great event. I've been a part of it before, you know, in my younger days. Won it a couple of times. Had a chance to do it in my older days painfully. But it's always great to go out and support Peace on the Streets. And, of course, this year, is none other than again, August 1st through the 7th. You got the big Peace on the Streets tournament going on, 13 and under, 16 and under, 19 and under, open division, church division, all right? It's out there at the Hope Center, all right? You definitely want to check that out. And you got the yes, you got it, the clergy versus the politicians, okay? And we, listen, if anybody can get the politicians to run up and down, it's my guest here. And, of course, I want to welcome my good friend, Mr. Carlos Reed, minister, reverend, pastor, doctor, whatever the religious, your religiousness. Good to see you.
It's good to be here, Naughty.
Always good to see you, my brother. You're looking good. And again, we're back at it. And this one a little bit different, named after your late brother, My favorite referee ever. Ever, amen. The best referee ever.
Yes.
The big Scooter.
Yes.
R.I.P. And you know me, that's my boy. So I don't get emotional, but I miss seeing him out there. And I miss seeing him in the games. And he's a big part of the basketball community, not just as a player, but as a referee, man. Everybody loves Scooter, man. Everybody had a good Scooter story.
Yeah, man, big eye going.
Yeah. One of the biggest. Mm-hmm. So we're doing it in his honor this year. But again, it's a whole week long, the 1st through the 7th. And you got the divisions. You got 13 and under. You got 16 and under. You got 19 and under. And that's good divisions to get because that's key age to target them and get them in. Try to get the message to them. That's a good age where it starts to sink in. And if you can pull them to the right side of the court.
You know, Naughty, we anticipated taking 8 teams in each division to date, right? We got almost 12 teams in each one of those divisions trying to get in. You know, everybody just hard up for the piece on the street. I believe that we're going to be bigger than ever this year.
Well, you know, it's something to say you won piece on the streets. You got bragging rights. You can brag for a whole year. Y'all might have done it, but we won piece on the streets.
Yeah.
That's bragging rights, I'm telling you.
You know, piece on the street has become like the elite basketball tournament. That's why we call it a classic, you know, because all of the elite ball players, you can't say that you're a ball player. You can't say that you're a baller in the Bahamas and never participated in piece on the streets.
Piece on the streets, real talk. Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
Yeah.
If you got to have some sort of basketball pedigree, you got to be able to say,
yeah,
you played there.
On the piece on the streets.
And you played on the Priory, and you played on Betty Gold Park, and you played it and through Fowler Street. And
you know, back in the day, it was to be the most qualified, you know, they used to play on the Priory.
Right.
You know, but then you couldn't be a baller back then and not participate in the most qualified. Not just participate, but to win it, you know.
And that was another one, too. I mean, those were some of the great tournaments that I think we need to... Some of these younger guys, you know, some of the younger bloods need to follow in your footsteps now. We need to get a couple other tournaments going throughout the year outside of Peace on the Streets to keep the guys focused and to keep them motivated.
I believe there are a lot of tournaments going on right now. It's just that they're not publicized as much as probably the Peace on the Street.
Right.
You know, you get brothers like KJ, Kevin
KJ,
Johnson.
yeah, KJ
that's
does
doing
this.
some awesome stuff over in the C.I. Gibson gym.
Right, and Coach Bowles doing some stuff.
It's like his protege,
right.
Bowles. He's doing some stuff. He got a big camp going on now. So there are some people that are doing some things, you know. When it comes down to putting on events, particularly even basketball, and I can speak from that, people think it's just like you decide that I'm going to do a tournament and that's it.
No.
It costs a lot of money, man.
A lot of nuts and bolts go into that.
Let me tell you something. It costs over $2,000 just to pay referees.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then when you start about uniforms, that's another $7,000-$8,000. When you start trophies, that's the next $5,000-$6,000. So it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money to go into, and then you got to do your advertising. You got to do out which your sponsors don't get for you. You still got to go and make sure I get it out there.
You got to get it out there because people won't come if they don't hear about it.
Now, who are some of the teams that you could just allude to in some of the divisions that you might have to keep an eye on in this year's tournament? Because you know every year you got a couple of teams when you walk in the gym, you start hearing, that's the team, that's the team. You hear the little whisper, you know. Every division got a team or two.
We got teams flying in from Andros.
What?
Teams flying in from Freeport. We got teams flying in from Texas.
Yeah, there you go. The Freeport crew. They win Hugh Campbell all the time, so now they want to come to every tournament and think they can win it. Hey, stop getting greedy, Freeport. You might have Hugh Campbell, but you ain't gonna get this.
Yeah, you know, so we got people. Even got a team, this Zario. I don't know if you were in the gym last time we were there.
Right.
When Zario won the slam dunk contest, when he beat Worm. They're bringing some guys from up in Canada.
Oh Lord!
You know, so it's gonna be something. It's gonna be awesome. We gonna have some good action. So I want to encourage people: bring your A game. Don't bring no B and C game. Bring your A game.
And if you ain't feeling up to it, if you getting near tournament time coming up, man, and you something wrong, you got a little injury, listen, sit that one out because you gotta have your A game.
You gotta have your A game.
Carlos, you gotta have your A game.
It's all about pride because when you're playing and all of the real ballers are watching the game, you know, you gotta step it up, you know. But Naughty, this year we have a hot match going on between the clergy and the pastors.
Yeah, but they've been going at it for years, though.
Yeah, but then see, they ain't never had the kind of team what they have now. I mean, we've been slopping them up.
It's a new day.
Yeah, we've been slopping them up for long
So
time. I don't know.
You all only had a couple Shenandoah with them all said. You may have a couple other people in this.
No, they got a good team. You know, the Prime Minister, he was joking with me when the Bahamas played Dominican Republic the other day. He said, Carlos, we drafted the right team to make sure that we put something. So he said, I'm coaching this team.
Yeah, all it is give it to Bacchus in the middle and watch out.
Yeah, but Bacchus ain't the one you got to worry about. You got Leonardo from Lightburn, and he played pro ball. He represent Andros. Then you have Zane Lightburn. He used to play ball.
Listen. Stop. Zane is an old zoo crew bartender. I know the depths of the hotty basketball he used to play. Eat all.
And then you get persons like
but he could mix a good drink
Jomo
out
Campbell. You get Jomo Campbell.
And
then Miles LaRoda.
Jomo got a little Mason
Shenandoah Cartwright.
Jomo got a little Mason edition credential. He could play a little bit of ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got one or two of them fellas who could run.
Yeah, got them, but they still can get spanked. We can spank them. We can put them to bed.
I know you. I know how you go.
Yeah, we gonna bring lawn trees in the gym.
I gotta come out and watch that one.
No, it's gonna be good. But you know what's amazing about it? We got all different sides coming out. You got the coalition with Lincoln Bain. He's gonna be playing as well. And you also have
Hold on. How ironic! You hear the irony of this? Chime Pearly in on this one because I don't want Pearly to miss this one. Pearly, you in?
I rate you.
Dear
I rate you.
Now you see, now Carlos can't make it funnier than me. The whole title of this tournament for years is what? We shoot hoops and not guns, right?
Right.
Who we got playing in the game? Lincoln Bain, the biggest bandolero around the town. Mr. Shoot up the gun in the air. Lincoln, leave your gun home.
Yeah, but then see the thing.
Because I know you ain't got no jump shots, so leave your gun home and let's see what you can do. You could probably dribble your mouth, but you ain't got no shot, period.
But the power.
Lincoln and Cassius.
What's powerful about this, right, is the different sides being able to come together.
That's the talk of the Vision. That's the airbag division.
No, this demonstrate, right? Like how we are as Bahamians. We could run our mouth and all of that, but when it's time to come together, we know how to come together. You know, I saw this a few years ago when Shawnee. You remember when she died
when she dove across
right? And people were saying all kind of things like online, through social media, internationally. But I saw the Bahamian people come around, right? We don't play with that. See, we could row each other.
But
right?
you don't get in that.
No, you don't get in that. You know,
Right.
so we know how to come together, and that's what makes us Bahamian.
And we can make fun of it too, because that's a big process of it. When we come together, you have a laugh in the process. And
exactly.
That's
And we can
what I'm here
laugh.
for.
We can laugh.
Because I find that funny.
Years ago, when we first
irony.
started this game, the late Fenton Nemo, I remember
Yes.
speaking to him.
God bless the dad.
And
Great
the
guy.
F&M had just won the election, and I was saying I wanted to put a game together, the PLP versus the F&M. And when I spoke to Fenton said, you know, Carlos, the Bahamas just came through an election. We need to heal. Well, let's bring all of us together in a friendly game of basketball that caused the nation to heal.
I remember
And
that.
that's when we started. You know, in that year, I remember Charles Maynard, the late Charles
Another one.
Maynard, right?
Great guy, Lord bless him.
Yeah, God bless his soul, right? Him and Brave Davis,
Mhm.
the Honorable, our Prime Minister, the Honorable Brave Davis, they were going at each other, like in the House of Parliament, in the House of Assembly. And I remember there was this time when Charles fell on the ground during the game. And I saw Brave go over there, give him a hand and pull him up.
The first
And
one
I
to
said,
pick
that's
him
the
up.
power of sports, man.
Yeah, man.
And this is why, like, we got to continue to promote wholesome sports in this country because sports really bring us together.
Yeah.
I believe it's one of the only, like, event that really bring us together other than Junkanoo, that really bring us together.
You know me. You know, I tell you, I have always, you know, been anti-violence and anti-gangs, but I always talk about this one gang that you could put together that I support. That's youth sports. You put them together. That's a little group that stick together for years.
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball, football, and the camaraderie and the friendships. You see whether you're playing together or playing against each other, it still evolves. And later on in life, you network into business, you network into other things, and you try and make the place a better place to live in.
Exactly.
And we're losing too many young men, especially to sadly, you know about it very well, you know, the gang culture and violence and senseless violence right now.
That's why
Zero conflict resolution. We got a lot to work on, and I think sports is a conduit that saves a lot of our youngsters, or at least helps them and gives them an opportunity to think for a minute. Hey, do I want to pursue this? I need to get away from some of these negative things that I'm into because I got an opportunity here.
You know, when we were coming up, there were clubs in this country, sporting clubs. You couldn't just put a team inside the NPABA.
Great point you're about to make.
You have to have a mini team,
super mini team,
junior, B League. So you had to be a part of a club. We moved away from the traditional foundations that really garner and were able to mentor so many young brothers.
Because you had a lot of dudes who would come up and say, I played for the Cougars. And to say you played for the Cougars on the Prairie, that was an accomplishment. That's a storied program.
Exactly. So now you had coaches that when you wasn't right, let's say that you came up in a single-parent home, the single parent could call your coach, and your coach would come to the school, and you pray God the teacher don't tell the coach really what's going on. And I think we move away from that.
You wouldn't see the court no more.
Exactly. And we wanted to play.
And that's the power of sports, like you say. Kids love it, and they buy into it a lot deeper and harder than we think.
Right, because they think that they're having fun.
It's a motivating factor.
They think that they're having fun playing. That's what they think they're having, but they don't know that they're being disciplined to it. Most of the persons that played organized sport are persons that are able to adapt socially, because now you understand that a team is similar to a family.
Yeah.
You have coach, that's mother, father. You have captains, that's big brother, big sisters. You see what I'm saying? So we're fostering like principles that's based upon systems.
I could definitely say that playing basketball and what I learned from playing basketball, my experience, you know, it has definitely helped me network, and it's definitely helped me over the years get things. Like you say, you run across the ornery boss, you can just look at it as like the ornery coach. Look, this is the game plan they want to run. You may not agree with it, but if you don't hear no noise and you just want to play, run the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you get an opportunity to make noise in the locker room and they say clear the air, well, clear the air, keep it in the locker room and keep it moving.
Exactly.
And people who see you do it like that, they respect you because they realize, okay, you keeping it within the protocol and you doing what I want you to do, even though you don't like it. Or you meet the next one, you buy right into the program. The office runs great. There's great camaraderie, and it's that kind of atmosphere and environment. Mm-hmm. So there's many levels to sports that you can actually create relationships with that work with you and foster chemistry for later on in life for you to be successful.
Exactly.
And that's why we got to get them young. Mm-hmm. Before we get to the break, first of all, let's reiterate again when it is, August 1st through the 7th.
Right. We start on August Monday. We're going to be playing all day. We're going to make sure food and, cold
and that's at the Hope Center, right?
We're going to be at the Hope Center.
And you done a great job with that out there, too, with the courts and everything, too.
Then we're going to shift. We're going to shift on the 7th. It's going to be a Sunday evening. We want to try something on a Sunday evening.
Right, in the gym.
Ain't no NFL. Ain't no NBA.
You got them at a good time right now.
Right, so we're going to take it to the gym and create a family.
A week or two later, you got a problem. You got NFL preseason. You got all of that.
So we looked at all of that, and we want to create a good family atmosphere. We've been locked down a long time, man. You know what I mean? Folks want an opportunity to come some good, wholesome fun, So we're going to create that inside the Kendall Isaac on the 7th.
Well, we got folks chiming in saying, Pastor Carlos, continue to do what you're doing. God has placed you in a position to help others. Let him know this Brian Cartwright chiming in. So, definitely you got people chiming in.
Shout out, bro.
All right. And obviously, like I say, a lot of us, we grew up on Peace on the Streets. Like, a good thing for me, just earlier today, the commercial was playing. I'm in the car with my oldest, and he looks at me going, "Be going to that?" I was like, "You want to go?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to go." I said, "All right, we going to go." I said, "I used to go to it all the time. Of course we can go. You want to go? Let's go."
26 years, man.
So I was like, I ain't playing. You haven't seen me run up and down. You haven't seen me run my mouth. But yeah, we have a good time. But that's the kind of stuff that this event creates. It's a great father-son atmosphere. You can take your kids out there for the day and enjoy it.
Because I remember the last game we played. Yeah. When the pastors put a whooping on the entertainers.
Yeah. I ain't made that too much, but I left and he went snap, crackle, and pop, and then What do you name? Overdose, run up into somebody elbow. I ain't call nobody name, but I don't know if it's running out of that.
That's my boy, man.
And
That's my boy.
I on the sideline, overdose going down, and couple was there trying for the longest. Julian Villiers was trying for the longest in that game.
Yeah.
Him one in the Lord, but y'all got us.
That was for bragging rights, you know what I mean? We couldn't come in and as fast as allow the entertainers to put something on
Now,
us.
if you want for next year, and you allow me to make my coaching debut, my official coaching debut, and put that entertainer squad together, if the pastors are too busy, then you give us the Lincoln Band crew.
What we're going to do,
we'll play
right?
them.
See, right after
If
you
got
guys.
to earn our way in, I ain't got no problem with that.
Right after you
and
guys.
the big assistant coach is old Priory Cougar himself, and Chippenham guy, Earl the Pearl, you know?
Okay.
Earl Thompson, so you know. Earl the Pearl.
You know, we had some other victims.
You coaching with me, that's right.
We had some other victims after you guys that
Yeah.
were the number boys, right?
Oh.
So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do.
Entertainers versus the number boys.
Right. We can
Let
do
me
that for
beat up on
next year.
Foxy like I used to at the foot of the bridge back in
Yeah,
the day.
you-
Then he
you-
just
you
made
could go
do
at
Martin
Sabah.
See, I could pull the fire. I calling it now.
Yeah, y'all could go up against the boss and them.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We can work that out. Hey.
And guess what? It's a better chance Pearl you'll be getting a couple of dollars off the number boys because you know the pastors they ain't going to the collection conference. They ain't giving us no chance for that. But at least we got a chance to get some money out the number boys.
Buddy,
Yes, sir.
strong message being sent here. The pastors beat the entertainers. The pastors beat the numbers. Boy, God beating the sinners.
And then tell you God is undefeated in anything. So you know when you take on that, it ain't really Carlos who beating you, it's God who beating you. That's why when you lose, it ain't mine. You don't mind.
That's what I told the politicians in the House Assembly the other day.
You're playing 6 on 5.
Yeah, no, 6 and 7. Couple of angels in there too, because they see some hit the rafters and drop to the rim. The leprechaun in Boston ain't got nothing on that shit. When the Holy Ghost revival take over.
Yeah, that's what I told the politicians the other day. Y'all coming with this Goliath, but we coming in the name of the Lord. You know, we gonna fill the gym with church people. You know, the church is gonna come out.
Yeah, listen. I got my money on the pastors, man. I ain't the politician get beat. I didn't see this. I claim that the name
No,
of
they
Jesus.
used the first place. I ain't gonna lie. I say this and you're the first person that believe that we gonna win this one.
Because God is undefeated. It ain't really all. It's God who you represent. It's a higher power. I mean, you know.
But I appreciate you pulling fast, you know. But
Yeah.
don't just pull fast because you with me now, you know.
No, I pulling with you because of God. He with me all the time. So,
Okay.
you know, he's telling me right now, naughty, go with the pastor.
I hope some of them like Bacchus, you hear what Naughty say?
Listen,
And
Bacchus all right with me.
Shenandoah, Miyagi, you hear what Naughty say?
Now listen, Miyagi's old cougar now. Miyagi come out to Prairie too now. He make his way through the Prairie ranks too.
I tell him the other day, you know, you little overweight now, you just got married and eating
good, man. He getting
plenty
on
food.
time, man. Come on now.
Yeah, but I tell him, go to the next side. Don't come my side.
No, but you know,
I'll light him up like a Christmas tree.
If he back you down now, that's he Barkley like now. He's
He ain't
back
gotta
you
worry
down.
about that. He ain't getting back down. He ain't never play a back down game in his life. You know?
A jumper heavy now.
Got to jump heavy. But he better go to the next side.
But we got to get to the break. But Carlos, I appreciate you stopping by, man. And of course, we'll get the word out right up until next week. It kicks off next week on the 1st, August holiday Monday weekend, straight through the week. And then it wraps up on the Sunday on the 7th with the staple, the pastors versus the politicians. That's another, time that you got to go out and check it out. We got a call coming through real quick. Let's get that before Carlos leaves. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Who's this? Hey, what's happening, Brandon?
Just again, I didn't get your voice.
What's happening?
Radio man, you right?
I'm good, man.
Wonderful.
What you got for me today?
Oh, this, naughty.
Yeah, you call Talking Heads, man. You down the wrong number.
Yeah,
You trying to
right.
be somebody else.
I took you for somebody else.
Only one of me, man. So you good?
Man, naughty. What I need, right? I need the Minister of Health and the police, the Commissioner of Police, to come around here and do something with these unstable criminals who's around here. Because when I go out, they try to break in my place.
All right,
ain't
so-
nobody talking to each other.
All right.
You
So,
know?
so you got some home breaking going on in your area. What area is that?
They're trying to break. They try.
But you got your measures in place to stay secure and safe.
Right. But one night the nigga tried to come and I slept with the door open, right? But I have my security screen, right?
Uh-huh.
And the current went off, so I had to sleep with the door open.
Oh, Lord.
So to catch some cool breeze. And nigga came and cut my screen, and then, bang, tried to break the deadlock.
All right, so is that Mason Edition area correct?
Penn Street off Mason's Edition, yeah, the last left before you get to East Street.
I can make a few calls to a few friends to come assist you, all right?
Okay.
All right, Brandon, be safe, all right?
I'll see you what.
And remember who you're calling next time, okay? Cause
I just called out to your wife.
Yeah. Brandon, you ain't been cocktailing today. Have you been having a cocktail, a libation or two, Brandon? Did you have one or two good ones? I believe so. Anyway, Carlos, thanks so much for stopping by. And like I said, it goes down, kicks off August, holiday Monday, the 1st. Wraps up on the 7th. Politicians and the pastors. And the 26th annual. I can't believe it, 26 already. And it kicks off over there at the Hope Center, then it moves to the gym. And if you haven't experienced the outdoor balling at the Hope Center, you need to go check that out. That is a real good street ball field out there. Really like embodies what the tournament's all about. And it's definitely something you want to check out. I've been endorsing it for years, and I suggest you do as well. So we're looking forward to the 26th annual Peace on the Streets, all in memory of my good friend, Mr. Scooter Reed. I miss you, buddy. One of the best referee ever. Ever. You know, they would blow on me or look at me hard. That was a foul, boy. That was my buddy right there, man. So with that being said, we'll go to the break, and I suggest you get on out there. Check out Peace on the Streets coming up next week, all week long, starting on the 1st. Definitely a good look, definitely a great event. We'll be right back at you. We'll talk some more sports with Earl the Pearl on the flip side of the break right here on Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Hello? Keisha, you something else, boy.
Who this is? Tamika?
You ain't even remember my name? Wow, Dread.
Girl, I've been so busy. You still planning your trip?
Girl, and I can't wait. I right here online booking my car.
You dare planning trip. You vaccinated?
Girl, we had to. We ain't been nowhere since this pandemic started. Girl, and we got a 14-day vacation.
Best vacation ever.
Girl, are you though?
Well, I know you was gonna get the vaccine because you too like travel. When y'all get your vaccine?
Girl, long time. Because you gotta get your first dose, wait, then get your second dose at least 2 weeks before you travel. Johnny get his vaccine and he 12. Even Grammy get hers. Child, and Grammy say she ain't get no money. But I see her hiding that under the mattress.
Child, let me send my list, because I know you going shopping.
Keisha, don't play with me.
Vaccinate today, live tomorrow. A message by PAHO WHO, Canada, and USAID.
The King wants you to take a walk on the tangy side with the all-new Zesty Whopper collection at Burger King Nassau. Enjoy the classic Zesty Whopper with 2 types of cheese, zesty sauce, and crispy onions stacked on 100% flame-grilled beef. Or go Zesty on our plant-based Whopper and crispy chicken. All 3 are saucy, crunchy, and full of flavor, and only available at Burger King Nassau. Visit any of our 7 locations and enjoy a Zesty Whopper as a combo or as part of the King's Feast at Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
When I got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. That's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place, is your place.
Feel the glory of the 2022 World Athletics Championships in Eugene, Oregon. Feel the glory as Team Bahamas strives for gold July 15th through 24th. The World Athletics Championships, 10 days, 2,000 athletes, over 200 countries battle for supremacy. Join Guardian Media for daily updates on Team Bahamas at the World Athletics Championships at Track City, USA. Brought to you by Fidelity Bank Bahamas and by Powerade, distributed by the Caribbean Bottling Company. Feel the glory at the World Athletic Championships 2022.
Shone Miller-Weaver opens the throttle and comes down the home stretch with a commanding advantage.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM continues right now, the Thursday edition. And Pearlie, we got to get into your favorite segment, man. Who's in and who's out? All brought to you, of course, by Tropical Gyros. And don't forget, Tropical Gyros, another big, one of the big producers of Laugh Fest 2022, the 15th annual, along with Wise Guy Entertainment and the Beam Agency. And, you know, be sure when you shop at Tropical Gyros, when you get those great Bahamian gyros. Yeah, man, big moves, man, with Arawak X as well. And then, you know, get your gyros, fill out the form, drop it in the box, man. You're going to have a drawer and a winner and 3 of their friends, courtesy of Tropical Gyros, going to go get that laugh on with the Platinum Experience at Laugh Fest 2022, 15th annual, over there at Fusion Superplex next Friday and Saturday, all right? All right, so now with that being said, what you got for me, Pearlie? Earl the Pearls.
And
where are your pearls of wisdom? Where are your pearls of wisdom today? Huh?
Kyler's in. He's in $230 million.
Uh-huh.
Quarterback from
he's definitely in.
No, but let me tell you what's so sweet about this. $160 million of that guaranteed. Dude.
How much?
$160 million guaranteed.
Say it again.
He signed a 5-year, $230 million contract with $160 million of that guaranteed.
Wow. Wow. And Kyler Murray sucks.
He ain't
really won nothing. Let's be honest, but he ain't really won nothing. He ain't really won nothing.
He hadn't. I think he's special.
Special how? As in like lick the windows special, or special as in elite athlete?
As special as can be an elite quarterback in the NFL. He's shown it. He's done a lot of good stuff in his first couple of years before he got injured. Come on, man. Don't do that to him, man.
Has he won in the playoffs? Has he done anything remotely close to that? Or have he had some meltdowns?
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you know what kills me though? I don't know. Y'all be down with some of the brother-like quarterbacks in the league, but if when Dak Prescott first started, I didn't hear you saying give Dak no chance.
I never. No. Let me put something on the table here so you can understand.
I never hear you say give Lamar Jackson a chance. So why you like Kyler Murray?
No. Hold on a half a second and 3/4. I am a firm believer that the people who come into the stadium, who come into the baseball parks, who come into the gym, come to watch the players. I believe in paying them. So I have no problem in Dak getting his money. I have no problem, and I want Lamar to get his money. And I want Kyler to get his money for 3 reasons. First, the people come to see them, and second, they brothers. I want to see the black quarterbacks make some money.
All right. You explained yourself. Everything cool.
Yeah, but guess what? You see, understand one thing now. I said what I said about Dak, and I'll never say that again. But
you'll never say it again.
I wanted to see him get paid, and if he gets paid, I'll be happy for him. I will never ever knock that. I just don't think he, can take you all anywhere.
But
that's another story.
He'll take us further than Mario than Tua will take y'all.
We can find out this year.
Tua ain't taking y'all. No, we ain't even taking y'all out the damn parking lot. How about that?
We can find out this year.
Don't get me started. I'm in mid-season form. I'm ready to go.
We're going to see if you can change your talk during the season.
Why should I? Why should I?
Okay.
I like the youth. I like the youth. I like the youth movement going on in Dallas. I like it.
You know what? Let me further exacerbate this little anger that this little
exasperate or exacerbate.
That is whatever word I want to use. Let me just build it up and use some more. Because them Houston Astros put something on your Yankees again today.
Wait,
all right, now
I almost call you a big. You know, you're saying. Look at your text. I'm texting it to you right now. You big. Producer, we really need to get a sound effect for when this player's run completely out with his Dodger foolishness. You know.
I didn't say anything but the Dodgers. I said nothing about the Dodgers.
Yes, but you're gloating from a place of the Yankees losing, and you're a Dodger. So you say it because the Yankees have beaten you all so many times. We own you, and we own your soul, even in the afterlife.
I am saying that. No. I'm saying that because I'm looking at the scoreboard, the games today. I see Texas has shut out the Miami Marlins 8-0.
Houston beat the Yankees 3-2. Okay, but we have another game coming up at 6:40, a twilight doubleheader. Okay.
Yes. And there's other games. I was just
and Houston cheats and Houston steals signs. Okay. Hello?
Wait, hold on. What signs they stealing? Ain't no signs given out no more. What signs?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on, though. Something is more important to me right now that speaks volume and jumps out. Houston has quietly crept completely up on the Yankees. Yankees 64-29. Houston right there at 60-32. Where the hell did they come from?
Yes. That's what I was trying to get to. You didn't give me a chance.
Because you're so big, you know what? Go look at your phone.
I don't know where you texted me because I ain't getting. You must be sending it to the wrong people because it ain't coming through to me.
It coming through.
I hope you ain't sending them things to MJ.
No, I ain't sending them to MJ. But you, my brother, you go ahead. Say what you have to say. Houston is now, Houston creeping in. Because they cheat.
Hold on. Let's get some. What is the Yankees record?
62-29.
The Yankees are 62
and 29.
And 29.
And the Astros are 60-32.
Okay. And the Dodgers are what?
Not in the conversation.
Dodgers are 60-30.
Yeah. But y'all was the same. Hold on, y'all was the same ones who broke out like Barrasco early in the season, though.
Are we the same ones who had a bunch of injuries and had a couple of slumps?
Well, the Yankees dealing with injuries and slumps. So if it was good for you, it could be
injuries. And even with the slump, we still get 60 wins, and y'all have been playing great baseball. Have been basically healthy, and y'all ain't that far away from us.
Stop the lies now, because you know July is when we make our swoon. Stop the lies. We have injuries. Stop the lies.
Who are the injuries? Who y'all have injured all season?
Go check the injured list. Go check the injured list. It's right there.
No. I know. I'm waiting. You tell me who y'all had injured all season.
Well, Texter, I appreciate you chiming in and you telling me that the Yankees are 64-29, Earl. 64-29. I misspoke. 64-29. Shut it up. The 4 games better than you. Shut it up.
Listen, and guess what? After this weekend, we can be 64-30.
No, you're not.
And y'all might be 64, and y'all might be 64-32.
The last time you were spouting off like that after this weekend, the Pittsburgh Pirates, the lowly Pittsburgh Pirates came in, and you want me to remind you?
Listen, that's the Pittsburgh Pirates, the most hated, the team that I despise the most, more than I despise the Yankees in be playing tonight.
The Yankees need to get it together, though. I mean, the good thing about it is the Yankees are more than comfy in the division. 12 games up on the Rays, 14 up on the Jays, 16 up on the Sox, 17 up on and a half on the Orioles. All right? I mean, we're good.
All right, no, don't brag too much. Dodgers 10 games up on the Padres, 12 up on the Giants, 18 up on the Rockies, and 21 up on the Diamondbacks. Don't run away.
But still 4 full games behind the Yankees in the record column. 4.5 as a matter of fact. 64-29 makes it 4.5. 4.5. You're still 4.5 back of the Yankees, though. All of that blah, 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 blah. You're still a robust 4.5 games back of the Yankees.
No, not 4.5. You mean 4 wins behind, not 4 games. That's 2 games.
All right, excuse me. If the Yankees are 64 wins and you all have 60 wins, Yankees are 4 games ahead of you. Yankees have 29 losses, you have 30. That's actually 4.5 games ahead of you. So,
like I say,
and the words of Phil Rizzuto, shut it up, Dodger boy.
Like I say, after this weekend, you guys could be 64 and 32, and we may be 64 and 30.
Okay,
what happened?
Earl, we have to have a little segue here. We have to mention, because we have the Braves chiming in, that the Braves are now 56 and 38, 7-3 in the last 10. They've been on fire, and they're only 2.5 back of the Mets. But me and Purdy did say that the Mets were fool's gold in New York. If it was one of the teams going to fall, it was going to be them first. And the Braves are there 56 and 38, 2.5 back. They're on fuego. They're playing hot ball.
And that's the only team in the National League I respect. That's the only team in the National League that I have some concern, fear, or whatever words you want to use for.
Earl, just so you know, the Cardinals are 50 and 44 also. The Brewers are 50 and 43. And both of those teams play you all well and beat you up. So be careful what you wish for.
In order for the Cardinals to compete, to be in the money, they have to stay healthy. They don't have enough depth. See, the Dodgers got but 3 starting teams on that. We got players who could start on most teams in the major leagues, who playing not every day.
All right. Well, let's slide into it real quick, Purdy, because I got to get the picks in for tonight. All brought you, of course, by the Island Game. And then as soon as we get that done, all right, we'll slide into the commercial break, and I'll go right into the news. Let's check this caller out real quick before we go to the break. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, boy.
Hey, what's going on?
You know, I think you need to tell these vehement people, because I find out that a lot of people don't know that every night on Channel 211, they be carrying on the track and field thing. What the track and field thing then, but that's what's going on with all the Yubo, Gubo, and all of them doing.
World Track and the IAAF World Track and Field Championship.
Yeah, a lot of vehement don't know that going on every night, you know.
Sean, they braced big hole in them last night, by the way, as well.
You see that whole she boysted them?
She was jogging on the way back home.
Man, hey, look here.
I was
going to go back to
the
Hey, look here. Hey, Donnie. Naughty.
I got you, Sparky.
Naughty, the woman going to go back the other way and come back and still beat them, you know.
Yep, she is off the chain, man. I hope she stays healthy.
I watched the whole she busted. She going to turn around, go back round the track, and come back and still beat them to the line, you know.
Yeah, she got a lot of skill, man. Let's just hope she stays healthy and can get it done for us in the Olympics.
Let's pray she do that in the finals, because that was on the heat. The finals coming out on Friday, right?
Yep.
But y'all Bahamian people, y'all ready need to go. Most of these Bahamian people, they around Fish Fry, they don't know what's going on, you know. But we got some Bahamians, well, most of our athletes get a little injuries and things like that. But the what's your name, Bubo, Kubo?
Weebo?
Bubo, Mubo?
Who, sure name Miller Weebo?
Weebo, Kubo, Mubo, I don't know. They're funny name, I don't know. I didn't know if your name Roll or Thompson or things like that.
Okay.
But them Yubo, Kubo things like that, I ain't not.
What about Fountain? You know that?
Yeah, I'm repping them people. Okay.
All right, Sparky, be safe. Be talk tomorrow. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads. All right, Purdy.
Hey, only 3 games you can pick tonight.
What's the 3 teams I can pick tonight? Because only 3 games playing. Yeah, man.
So you got the Yankees and the Astros.
In the second game, a doubleheader. I got to go with my Yankees, man. We gonna rally back and win that one.
No, we ain't going to bet your hardest. We're going to bet my money now.
I will say the Yankees win that one.
Okay, Dodgers, Giants.
Where they playing?
In L.A.
Who's on the mound for L.A.?
Mitch White.
Who's on the mound for San Francisco?
Rodon.
San Francisco.
All right. And Detroit Tigers, Oakland Athletics.
Oh, God, do I have to pick this one?
That's the only game left.
Well, I got to go with Detroit for one reason. Miguel Cabrera. Because, I love every opportunity to say that name, Miguel Cabrera. So with that being said, I'm going with the Detroit Tigers tonight.
Okay, all right.
And with that being said, thanks to Earl the Pearl for chiming in. Always appreciate your contributions. Carlos Reed for stopping by, getting us up to snuff on Peace on the Streets. And everybody who chimed in the first hour, it was definitely on and popping. Good stuff. We'll do it again tomorrow. We are live, Dunkin' Donuts, Carmichael. So come get your talking heads on. Who knows? I might give away a pair of Laugh Fest tickets tomorrow at Dunkin' Carmichael. So holla at your boy. For Earl the Pearl, for my super producer, all my guests, it's your boy Naughty. We'll see you tomorrow. Be good, Bahamas. And if you can't be good at it.